Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Schmeat video. Today's video is going to be expressing my hatred of Gordon Hayward and the games he plays right now. I'm going to be honest. I don't like what his strategy was, and I don't know if he planned this out beforehand. Probably not, because I guess he would want to play as an NBA player who gets money, who gets paid a lot of money to play basketball games. And I'm expressing my hatred because this is the most untimely thing he could ever do. He was injured for most of the season, which he was injured for most of the season last season, and then he expressed another injury at the end of the last season, and he didn't play in the play-in. Okay, that was last season. This season, before the season, I expressed that if he's healthy and if everybody's healthy on our team, I believe we could get out of the play-in and play for a playoff first round game and not have to go through the play-in drama and everything like that. And within the first month of the season, I believe he gets injured, and he just now comes back. He missed a well over the majority of the games for us this season, and he comes back with 2 weeks left and plays, I believe, three games with us. And guess what happens? He has soreness in his foot that he was out with for this whole season, and he is out indefinitely, which means that he won't be available for the play-in game, which is just so annoying because left foot soreness. You have not played in an NBA game for months this season. You come back, make the Hornets readjust their lineup, make the minutes different than what it was this whole season, just to not play when it matters most. The play-in game is when this stuff matters most. It's when we need to win to make it as a 7 or 8 seed for the playoffs. And for him not to be there, and for him to readjust our lineups and to readjust everybody's minutes and everybody's their playing style as well, because it takes a certain team to play with Gordon Hayward, because he's a methodical player, slow player, doesn't really push in transition, likes to get to his spot on his time, and kind of makes everybody change around him. So for him to do that for three or four games with us, and then not even play when it matters most, and have us readjust to the readjustment that he already had, is very annoying. And I'm expressing my hatred of Gordon Hayward because we brought him in for 4 seasons, $120 million. It's kind of like the Nicholas Batum stuff, because Batum, although he didn't really get injured as much, we had to pay him, and he wasn't even playing with us because we wanted to play our young players. We were paying him $30 million for him not to play for the last 2 seasons when it matters most. And obviously we lost last year's play-in game by 30 because O'Shea Brissett went off for I think 25 in the play-in game, and we lost by 30. I really hope that doesn't happen this season, because it's just crazy that your whole entire season, our ups and downs, can be summed up in one game, and we can lose and our season's over. And that's what the play-in game is, and that's why the play-in game is so important, because although there's a first round, second round, third round, and then the finals in the playoffs, those are all 7 games, where those 7 games you can make adjustments. You can usually it goes. The series go one team blows the other team out, then the other team blows the team that just blew them out. That's the 2 games, and then they kind of even themselves out for the rest of the series. The play-in being just 1 game, there's a lot of focus, and you can't really have adjustments because it's 1 game. And we're paying Gordon Hayward $30 million for him not to be there. I think we should trade him. What that trade is for, I thought it would be Miles Turner. For the last 3 seasons, Miles Turner there's been rumors about him being traded from the Indiana Pacers, and it just hasn't happened. I'm just wondering when we can get a young center. And obviously we have Montrezl Harrell, but he's on the last year of his deal. I don't know if I think he has a player option this season that he may or may not take, but he's not really a center. He's 6'8", 6'7". And although he gives us a lot of energy, he's not a typical center in today's NBA who is 7 foot, who could, stretch the floor. I would most likely trade Gordon Hayward for that type of guy, because Miles Bridges in Gordon Hayward's absence has been really good. really good, probably most improved. And I saw one thing, and it was like, why are the Hornets always getting no recognition towards most improved? If you flash back, I don't know, 3 seasons ago or 4 seasons ago when Devontae Graham went from 4 points a game to 20 points a game, he wasn't even, top 3 most improved, and he didn't end up winning it. That's kind of the same for Miles Bridges, where he has this stark points per game increase, and it's going to go to a guy in John Morant who was borderline all-star last season, who's a superstar this season. But I'd say Miles Bridges has had a bigger increase than a John Morant, than a Desmond Bane, than Jordan Poole even. Because for John Morant being the second overall pick, this is what second overall picks are meant to do. And obviously they don't all pan out, but as a second overall pick, you're hoping the organization is hoping you become a superstar. And I think Miles Bridges was the 9th or 15th overall pick, and he wasn't really seen as this scoring player. He didn't really score a lot at Michigan State. He was more of like he's going to dunk it really hard. He's going to show a lot of effort. So I think Miles Turner deserves most improved, because I think he is the most improved player this season. He's led our team in scoring for parts of this season, and it's kind of, I didn't expect it. I don't think anybody expected it. So anyways, trade Gordon Hayward. He is not with us for when it matters most, and I would rather him just sit out the whole fucking season than for us to readjust everything for him just to not play again. That's the video. Subscribe if you guys want, and I'll see you guys later.